We left the Grand Canyon behind and we headed to Vegas. Yet there was one stop on our way, Williams, a town known for being a gateway to the Grand Canyon National Park. But in our case, it was the opposite way. So what's so special about Williams? It lies on the route of the historic Route 66. Why historic? Let me explain. There are many lovers of the old American movies set on Route 66. Who hasn't dreamt of driving through it? But it's impossible, because the real Route 66 doesn't exist anymore. It was replaced by a highway. The only reminders of Route 66 are short stretches and the 1950s styled towns. Anyway, it was exciting to visit the place, have an idea of the flavor of the famous route and its history. Williams is worth stopping by.
Get your kicks on Route 66.
Few hundred miles further, nearby Vegas, we decided to stop and see the Hoover Dame. Unfortunately, we got there late enough to barely see anything in the dark. Once we were there and opened the car doors, we were hit by the heat wave and it felt like hell. The dam was built in 1936 and it used to be the biggest building in the world of such kind.
The new day was reserved for walking and driving through Las Vegas Strip, the city's main road, full of grand casinos and lavish-themed hotels. We parked the car in Treasure Island Hotel's parking lot, because many of them in Vegas are free. Unfortunately, it was impossible to walk around the city located on a desert due to unstandable heat. In a situation like that, we found shelter in the car or in casinos, where we tried our luck. We weren't meant to make fortune in Vegas though, and we lost all we had. Instead, we focused on looking for the famous "Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas" sign, located in the southern end of Las Vegas Strip, next to the city entrance. If you want to take a photo under the sign, you should be aware that you will have to stand in a long line with no shelter from the sun, so it's better to go there in the evening. However, the genuine life in Sin City starts at nightfall, when all of the buildings are lit, the girls advertising nightclubs walk around naked, and the hotels start their shows. The most exciting ones are Bellagio Hotel, which attracts thousands of tourists, not only with its architecture, but also with the colorful dancing fountains. The Venetian Hotel, equipped in canals full of gondolas and singing gondoliers. Mirage Hotel, Polynesian themed with waterfalls, tropical plants and volcano eruptions. Treasure Island, mentioned before, is famous for pirate ships and shows alike. The other interesting hotels are Luxor, modeled on Cairo, Caesar's Palace, having a copy of Di Trevi Fountain, Excalibur, resembling King Arthur's castle, and New York, New York, the mini version of Manhattan surrounded by a roller coaster. Wealth, luxury and nudity, the symbols of Vegas. But is it possible to find any downsides of the entertainment land? Sure it is. The streets, like the pavements, are more crowded than in Manhattan, and among the prosperity you can spot more homelessness than in any American city. The prices of daily products in the city center are high as well. For example, I paid $9 for a can of beer in a local store, which is quite expensive. That's more or less what Las Vegas looks like. Presently, it's the entertainment capital of the world, but at the beginning of the previous century, it was just a wasteland in the middle of nowhere used as a stop for those traveling to the west. Next week, we're going to West 2, to the Death Valley. See you there!